those, and I got one. It's like
All
a special
right.
treat instead of a daily thing.
I started this streaming, so
Okay. Wonder who'll be first.
yeah,
Caroline, Dwayne,
uh,
Athanasia.
that's a good
Be
question.
any of them.
The
Yeah.
question, who knows? We should start giving away door prizes to the first.
Yeah. It'd have to be a digital door prize.
My door prize would just be motivational. Be like, yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be free. I wouldn't have to spend
There
any
you go.
money.
No. Yeah. You could use your artistic skills to
Oh,
draw them a
okay,
neat
it's
little thing.
Dwayne.
It's Dwayne. He's first.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yay, Dwayne's
Athanasia
first.
right after. Hi,
Okay, first
Athanasia.
impression.
Hi,
Hi, guys.
Dwayne.
Hello, hello,
How
and
are you guys
welcome.
doing?
Yeah. Remember to hit the like button as you enter the room. I'll catch them on the beginning end. I've been waiting till it was almost over to remind them to hit the like button.
Hi, Christopher. How are you doing?
Hey there, Christopher.
You still haven't moved that lamp above your head.
I know, you said it looks like a crown, so I stuck with it. And the back of my head's getting red light, so
Yeah,
it's all
red
good.
light. Yeah, that's it. I don't think
It's
that's.
on. I have it
I, I
on.
I don't think that's what they mean by red light therapy. Hey,
No. No, but when I'm done here, I'll go and stand, my face forward and
Brandon.
hello, Brendo Rainbow.
Brendo Ramo. Or,
Yeah,
I
Brendo
don't,
Rainbow.
yeah.
6644.
So, how is everyone
Chicalago's
doing?
there.
Hi, Chicalago.
That's a
Uh,
fun name.
I like that.
Chicalago.
I like that name. That's a good
Yep.
name.
Yeah. I like nice DC too. It's nice that he's nice.
It's nice to be nice to the
It's
nice.
nice to be nice.
To the
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my questions that
A
will.
lift for a cure. Brando Rambo said a lift for a cure. And he says, call him Brandon. We can do that. Brando Rambo is Brandon. Hey, Caroline. Steve is deep in thought.
I am. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's still early. We're only 3 minutes in. And definitely, for those of you just joining, be sure to hit the like button. I'm going to start reminding at the beginning of our show instead of the end. The chickens are producing. What does that mean, Chicalago? Let's see. Is everybody doing better this week? Has everyone had a good week so far? I'm going to have to find a cricket sound so I can play it just to have sound. What are you deep in thought about, Steve?
Oh no, I came up with a whole batch of new questions.
Oh,
So
okay.
I want to try them out on everyone.
Okay, well, let it rip.
All right. Do any one of
Brandon,
you do any one of you have a hobby that's been helping them relax?
that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Athanasia said this week flew by. It sure did. Oh, Chicalago built a chicken coop. That's cool.
Wow. Is that why you have the name Chicolago? Is you're all
Yeah.
about building chicken coops?
Yeah. Seems like he's got some chickens. I can't eat eggs anymore, but the best eggs are the ones you get directly from chickens in your own yard.
Oh,
We had a farm years ago and we had chickens. They make the best eggs. It's not like store bought eggs.
I
Yeah,
love eggs. I have
I know.
three
I
whole
used
eggs,
to, but it gave me trigeminal neuralgia, and when I quit eating eggs, I haven't had that anymore. So sadly, I have to give up eggs.
3 eggs every day,
Yeah, I know.
and yeah.
I used to eat eggs all the time, boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, all of it, but I haven't touched an egg in almost 5 years. It's been about 4.5 to 5 years almost.
Christopher, that is great. 3 times a week. That's
Yeah,
great.
that's nice.
I only go
Excellent.
4, so. But how long do you work out when you go? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, Chicalago with the chicken coop's gonna get a workout shoveling chicken poo. That's my
Okay.
chore. You gotta keep the coop clean. How many chickens do you have, Chicalago? We'll wait and see what
I,
everybody
I, I
has
can
for
never
questions.
I can never fathom raising chickens.
It's kind
That
of fun. They become like pets.
yeah, but there's oh so much work.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do the poop shoveling. The men in my household did that, but I fed them treats. So they would always, if I drove up in my car after work, they'd come running to me. So it was nice. It was like having little feathered pets out in the yard. DC, I don't know. I might be able to, but my mom, she has an egg allergy too, so she can't eat eggs. But I never got it until I had the trigeminal neuralgia on my left side of my face, and that I determined through trial and error it was caused by the eggs. So I just stay away from them.
Yeah,
But that's
Caroline, you and I
horrible
both.
shame.
Caroline, I'm liking that you eat 3 eggs too. So between us, we
Yeah,
have half a dozen every single day between
yeah,
us. That's beautiful.
yeah. Oh, he's got 10. We had 13. Yeah,
Yeah, I probably would. I probably couldn't even handle one.
yeah.
Too much
I
work.
had Scoopy chickens that we raised from chicks, and I thought I watched a little video on YouTube about how to tell if you're getting a boy chick or a girl chick. So I was, spreading their little feathers and going, well, that looks like a boy chick. And I picked all four of the chicks I got, and they were all four boys. And I came home thinking they were all four girls. So the YouTube video on how to sex a chicken did not work at all. At least not for me. I picked all girls. I mean, all boys when I wanted all girls. So, but they were cute. They were silky white and really pretty. Of course,
Yeah.
they were the first ones to get eaten by the predators. Yeah. Let's see. Christopher works out for an hour or so and lifts heavy weights. That's excellent.
Okay. Who asked that?
Yeah.
Sienna.
Sheila,
You.
yes, I do take choline without any issues.
Yeah. She asked, is the choline does the choline replace the nutrition from eggs? Um, not
Yeah.
really, because eggs give you much more than just choline. Their
Yeah.
eggs are fantastic. They're the most nutrient dense foods on
That's
the
true.
planet,
That's true.
and choline is only just one part.
Right.
Um, but they have like they're complete protein, they're healthy fats,
Mm-hmm.
vitamins, minerals, uh, leucine, biotin, cholesterol, even high quality choline supplement. Um, only covers just one little aspect. So I would
Yeah.
probably go all in on the eggs.
Unless you can't.
Unless you can't, yes. Unless you're a big
Yep.
baby like Angela.
I'm not a baby. I don't like trigeminal neuralgia. It's actually quite painful. Thank you very much. And if I can stay away from eggs,
Where?
stay away from them.
Where?
Uh-huh. Yep. There's
I
Daniela.
I
Hi
only
there.
say I only say the Angela because I
She
like you.
likes to tease me.
I like to
Yep.
teach you. Yes,
Yeah.
it keeps my life interesting because I can't really tease anyone really without hurting their feelings, but I know I
Yeah.
can tease you.
Yep.
Hey Daniela, how are you doing?
Hmm. Yeah. Chicalago has one rooster. He said Penny fooled us. Yeah.
But eggs are great, specifically for MS because
Hmm.
they help build myelin.
Yeah.
They they're acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter production,
Hmm.
and they provide mitochondrial energy from the B vitamins,
Hmm.
and they have antioxidant support like selenium and leucine. So yeah, I would say if you're taking a choline supplement, that's great, but I would
Hmm.
also eat eggs
Yeah.
unless you can't,
Unless
unless
you
you're a big
can.
baby like Angela.
Right. And you just can't stand that trigeminal neuralgia pain
Yeah,
in your face. Not gonna
if
happen.
you're a big baby, you can't handle the heat.
Um, yeah, yeah. No, we had a rooster. We had a really beautiful rooster. We adopted it from a neighbor in Bellingham, and they couldn't have it in their neighborhood, so we brought it out to our farm, and the girls loved him. And then the little chicks, we didn't know they were roosters, so he would kind of cluck around them. I guess he knew they were boy roosters to be, and he paid a lot of attention to them until they got eaten. He didn't give them much advice on not getting eaten by predators when they were free ranging.
Yeah,
So
but the one thing about the chickens, they really don't have the long term memory.
no,
So like,
they don't.
the second they're gone, they're like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, some of the older female hens, they were very smart, and they would get up in the trees. And one winter, we couldn't get her down. She spent all night out in the freezing weather, and she survived, but she was up a tree. It was kind of weird. My son at the time named the rooster Cockadoodle Grew after the that Minions movie where the mean guy was named Gru. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had Cockadoodle Grew, and then all the hens had names too. So it was fun. It was fun having chickens. And
Oh,
those
oh,
are the best eggs. Have you ever had farm raised eggs direct from the chicken?
me? No,
Yeah.
no,
No? Oh man, you'd be in for a treat.
no. I've just bought I just eat the regular standard white eggs that you get. I actually, I might have had one. Um,
They have a very bright orange yolk.
Yeah, they do. It's
Yeah.
it's almost red. That's how bright they
Yeah,
are.
it can
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
So I think I might have had one, but it
Mhm.
didn't it didn't I didn't taste it. It was like wow, it was an egg.
Yeah.
So, but then
Yeah,
again,
they definitely taste better.
I'm not big on the savoring food
Yeah.
bucket list.
Yeah. We have a lot of people around here that sell fresh chicken eggs because they have chickens in their yard or at their farms.
Chicolago, are you asking my bucket list, or should I add something onto my bucket list? That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe having chickens was on his bucket list. Having a coop that he, oh no, smells. Yeah. Chicken coops can smell sometimes. So you gotta keep them clean.
What helps you stay focused in your MS journey?
Who, me?
Yeah, you or everyone, everyone.
Usually meditation and just trying to stay relaxed and not. get into all the drama of the day.
which there's a whole hell of a lot out there.
Yeah. I don't watch as much TV anymore now that I have MS.
Yeah, I don't watch any, and
Yeah.
I don't focus on the current events
No.
because the way I
They're
see
kind of
it,
depressing.
the world is always going wrong in some way. So it's like I really don't want to waste my time thinking about that.
Right. Yeah, the eggs no smell. I've never had a smelly egg. I mean, if they go rotten, I'm sure they smell really bad. Rotten egg is a definite strong smell.
Danielle asked,
Hmm.
"Have you stopped taking clemastine?" I've stopped taking clemastine.
Hmm.
Acetylcholine, yeah, I stopped that. L-theanine, what's here? What supplement? There is one supplement that's I do take that has L-theanine.
Hmm.
Oh no, I still take L-theanine. It's in
Hmm.
my sleep regimen
Right.
supplement. It helps me
Yeah.
get better sleep. Uh, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'm just I'm being very conservative with
Hmm.
supplements. Don't want to spend too much money, waste money because
Yeah.
I've bought so many supplements and all that money's down the drain now. It's like because sometimes they don't work. It's like, well, why am I paying for them?
Yeah.
But they're useful to some degree. So
Yeah. Yeah.
now
Let's
I
see.
have a question. Where did our chat go in here? All we're talking about is chickens.
No, Brandon just said on Tuesday he has an appointment with his neurologist, and he made
Okay.
a list of his symptoms and how they affect him and the people around him.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's one thing I never thought about when I was
Yeah.
had symptoms was I never really thought about like how it was affecting the people around me.
Yeah.
I guess just so many of us we know it's when you have that mess you get very like inward focused and you're not really seeing everyone else and
Hmm.
seeing how they interpret you.
Yeah.
So I probably laid on. I know that's probably why I broke up with my girlfriend when I first got diagnosed. I had a girlfriend, and
Yeah.
she tried to stick it out, but then finally I had to break it up with her because I was so crazy in my head. I mean, so
Hmm.
I guess I was just too self-centered and not really thinking about others. But you know how it feels like MS sometimes. Well, I know when I first got MS, it felt like the world was flipping upside down. It was like
Yeah.
everything was crazy. But now looking
Yeah.
back, I'm like, nothing was really wrong. It's just if at the time I really felt like the world was going crazy.
Yeah. Well, you
So
probably were thinking about the future, and your doctors were probably telling you you'll end up in a wheelchair
yeah,
and that stuff, and you
exactly.
didn't want to burden her with those kinds of life events.
Exactly. So, but I sometimes wish I could go back and just today just be like, hey Ellie, yeah, you remember me 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry for what I did to you and
Yeah.
the garbage I put you through. But she was really outgoing and trying to help me.
Right.
She didn't know anything about MS. I didn't know
Yeah.
either, and and she was gonna try to stick it out like long
Yeah.
term, but it was me who got. I think part of it I got very paranoid about everything.
Yeah.
Has anyone else had that? I thought it might just be the because I was taking beta seron
Hmm.
in the beginning, and I don't know if I tried to read up on beta seron, and there was no like raising paranoia levels with beta
Right.
seron. So what caused that paranoia in me? I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's so not me. I'm such not a paranoid guy. I'm a very
Right.
lighthearted, friendly, outgoing person, and
Yeah.
now it's just being like that is so not Steve, you know?
Well, you just had life-changing diagnosis laid
Yeah,
down on you,
yeah.
and that does a lot to people.
Yeah, but you're right. It was not so much it was the diagnosis because I really
Hmm.
couldn't at that time I couldn't comprehend the depth of it. I mean,
Yeah.
at that when those first few years, you don't know how, but what you said is very pinpoint. You don't know where you're going to end up. I think
Right.
that's what made me start being
The
paranoid about
uncertainty of it all.
everything. Was
Yeah.
just like, where am I going with this?
Yeah.
What's going on with my life?
Right.
So,
And how's my life going to end up? Yeah. Yeah, that's I
yeah,
spent months, the first 4 months after my diagnosis, I just was searching everything related to MS,
yeah,
watching videos and documentaries and everything, and just researching everything. And I was like, I
yeah,
have to find somebody who is not doom and gloom and just telling me everything bad that can go wrong with MS. And I want to find somebody that's fixed it and who
yeah,
has a handle on getting it better. And that's why I found you.
yeah. Chicalago, I like what you just said. She said an MS diagnosis is like dying. Everyone remembers you before the diagnosis.
Yeah,
It's fascinating, but weird too. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
It
it is.
it your life for I know my life. I
Mhm.
can't say I can't put words in other people's mouths. I mean, for
Yeah,
me though, uh, it completely changed my life.
yeah,
And for a while, a long while, it was I didn't, going on the whole like I don't know where I'm going to end up with this. Uh,
yeah,
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be for the bad. Now I actually think it's for the good.
yeah,
I've matured a lot more as a person.
yeah,
I've become more found rooted in my beliefs and I appreciate people a lot more than I did before I
yeah,
was became sick.
yeah,
So yeah, it changed me in a
yeah.
lot of ways. But
It changes all of us.
and now I don't know if you are the same way, Angela, but I mean, it's for the better for me. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
if I had never gotten MS, I would have never known you. And if I had met
Mhm.
you without having MS, I would have said,
Yeah.
Angela, she's a jerk.
I think you would have said that. You still have manners. You're not going to treat a woman
It's,
this way.
that's true, but okay. Let me see here. Let me ponder what would have happened if I had never gotten MS. Well,
Yeah,
I probably would have never left New Jersey. I
yeah,
probably would have married Ellie,
yeah.
and I probably would have had a 9 to 5 job, and I probably would be uh,
Getting ready to put your kids through college.
probably and
Yeah,
just knowing the type of person I was in my early 20s, I
yeah,
probably would have by now I probably would have weighed like 400 pounds and
mm,
I would have I probably would still be smoking
yeah,
and drinking. So yeah, a lot of
yeah,
things would have been a whole lot different. And now, I'm looking now at my life, I am so much better. I'm a completely different person, and it's
yeah.
all thanks to MS.
Right, exactly. It kind of forces you to wake up and do things differently
Yeah,
and better. Eat better food, eat less processed
yeah,
food,
yeah,
or none, eat no processed food.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're so right.
Hmm. Yeah. And you'll physically be better for it. See what Sienna says.
Yeah,
Sienna's very active.
Sienna, I can tell you that I can completely relate because that's why I left New Jersey. Because going back, I was diagnosed in 2004, and by 2000, I don't know when I broke up with Ellie. I think it was 2005 or six. Maybe she tried to hold that out, but the problem was, and this is why we broke up. I think is because I realized I was in because we used to do a lot of things like go to New York City a lot, go to bars and restaurants, and there's tons of stuff going on in the city. Uh, but when I was diagnosed, slowly, I mean, you if you've ever been to New York City, you realize you have to walk a lot. It's a lot of
Yeah.
walking, and and my walking was one of the first things MS hit.
Right.
So it was
Same for me.
so I wasn't as bad as I got, but I mean I wasn't able, and I had the fatigue, and I couldn't go out like I used to. So
Hmm.
I started staying home a lot more, and all my friends, not just Sally, but
Hmm.
Garrett and Sean, we all just they kind of separated from me, or I kind of separated from
And you
them.
drift apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's they and I was so consumed with MS, and they were in their early 20s, and the last thing they want to do is sit there uh, talking to a guy who is all consumed about one disease and
Right.
all about
Well, it's
him.
life changing.
It is, but
Yeah.
they were like
It didn't change their life. And,
exactly.
it would be hard to keep guy friends and have this disease, I
Yeah,
would think.
yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
So I quickly lost my friends. I mean, they just drifted off.
Wow. Do
Um,
they ever check on you now,
oh,
years later?
I have no idea where
Yeah.
anyone is.
Wow.
I remember I was working at a company when I was
Hmm.
diagnosed,
Yeah.
and there was a woman there who was a sales lady. Her name was Roberta,
Hmm.
and we and as everyone drifted off, and in 2007 I moved
Hmm.
back home, and then I think it was like 2009,
Yeah.
she all of a sudden emailed me saying hi, like, are you still alive,
Yeah.
how are you doing? And so we started talking, and I was like, oh well, I'm going to talk, whatever. I was helping her out with some stuff, and then we got this idea like, oh, why don't we start a company? And she's like, okay. So she put all the money in, so it's her company, and she started a company, a marketing company, and I
Yeah.
and I did all the design
Yeah.
over
Nice.
the computer, and that's one thing I never lost was my ability to be on a computer and graphic design, all that stuff. uh,
Right.
so we did that for the longest time, and then it wasn't that long ago. It was 2022 or three, I think. She, I don't, I don't know quite why we drink. Oh, I think I wasn't getting along with the coworkers there, and I think I felt distant because I'm out here in Arizona and everyone's in New Jersey. And so
Yeah.
they have an office there. They're all sitting around the office talking, and I'm
Right.
Mr. 3,000 miles away,
Yeah.
and I didn't feel a part. So we
Right.
drifted. So then that's kind of how everything has been since that time.
Yeah.
at least my friends. I mean, my family I've grown closer to, and they've grown closer to me, and
Nice.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate them more than anything now because
Absolutely. Yeah.
when when I went off to college, we were living in Seattle, you know,
Yeah.
and or south of Seattle, and I couldn't wait to get away from them. Couldn't wait to get away from mom and dad and Susan, you
Yeah.
know. And so I went out to New Jersey all by myself, and I was like, okay, this is great. Started college, you know. 2 years after I did started college, I quit because 9/11 happened and very confusing time. And
Hmm.
I was like, screw this. I, I know all the graphic stuff already. I can go out and make a living for myself. So
Right.
I met Ellie at Fairleigh, and she
At
graduated.
university. Yeah.
Yeah, she was 2 years older than me, so she was a senior when we met. She
Yeah.
graduated, and she started working at a company that was um, near the school.
Yeah.
And so like I quit, and I was it was a very tumultuous time. You probably remember right after nine
Oh
11,
yeah.
it was very like everything was crazy, and
Yeah.
I tried. I got hired by this one company, is JR Cigar, and
Hmm.
I mean, they sold cigars, and
Yeah.
at the time, I didn't mind because I was a smoker.
Hmm.
So I didn't mind working at the place where everyone's smoking cigars. But then I, I finally was like, Ellie, since you're working at a marketing company,
Yeah.
could you like maybe get it in? And she's like, oh, eh. So I went in and I did something for the owner, and she really loved my design work. And
Yeah.
so she was like, oh, you know, and so I picked up there. And that's how I got that career, which lasted 7 years.
Yeah.
That was what, 2000, I think it was, I don't think it was right after 9/11. I think I started Eclipse in 2002 or 2003, but I was
Hmm.
out there 7 years. And then in 2000, not in 7 years. It was like five, because then in 2007, I loved working at Eclipse. I loved the work. I love the people. It's just like
Yeah.
I MS became too hard for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't be all by myself anymore. But I was
Right.
lonely. You know, you know
Yeah.
I'd always prided myself on, being an introvert and how I didn't
Hmm.
need anyone. But
Yeah. But you can beat people.
yeah, you do. In the
Yeah.
end, like, I mean, I guess I'm not as introverted as I thought I was,
Yeah.
um, because it got to the point like 2006. I was like, oh man, and plus the backdrop of the war on terror and all that garbage, and
Yeah.
the world was just going crazy, and so
Yeah.
I finally was like, Mom, I gotta move back home. So
Yeah.
literally the next day, Dad had flew out
Yeah.
and came and got me, and we waited for Mom, and oh no, Mom came out. Wait,
Oh
no,
yeah.
I don't know. One of my parents came out and cleaned up the apartment and everything,
Yeah.
and got it worked out with the building. That they were so nice. They broke my lease, and they say,
Yeah.
"Don't worry about the deposit. Here's your deposit back." Because of the circumstance, you're breaking
Right.
your lease, not you know
For health reasons.
for health reasons, and we'll give you your money back. And just the apartment people, they love me.
Yeah.
It was a luxury hotel,
Yeah.
a luxury apartment. So so
Yeah.
there was like a front desk. Um,
Right.
attendant, and and everyone loved me there, so they were like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, but I had a rowing machine, so I gifted that to them and said, here,
Yeah.
you can have the rowing machine. So and then like 3 days after I said, after I gave um my so I told the clubs, I'm gonna quit because I can't. I love everyone, but I can't go on. And
Yeah.
then we drove back to Seattle,
Yeah.
so across country. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's just not that was probably the hardest shock. At the time,
Yeah.
it was a relief, but like a week later, after all that happened, I was like, this MS, it's gonna change my life, and not in a good way.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
It dragged you down for a little while till you
it
decided to
did.
climb back up.
It did. It dragged me down from. Oh, so I moved back to Seattle in 2007, and
Yeah.
I literally and I've actually said this in a couple of videos. And I just pointed out in this next video that I'm making right now, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
making a couple more already. And there's
Mm-hmm.
a video about this whole part of my life
Yeah.
um, that just goes on talking about just feeling the depression I felt after I moved back to Seattle.
Yeah.
I was just so hopeless,
Yeah.
and I had no direction, and I don't know what it. I tried joining a gym because I was looking in the mirror. I'm like, man, I'm a fat guy. I'm fat. I'm overweight, and I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
And I knew that this is probably affecting the severity of my MS symptoms,
Right.
and I just couldn't go on.
Yeah.
So I think probably the period between 2010 to 2012 was like my lowest of the low.
Yeah.
And then in 2013, or at the end of 2012, I bought my Bowflex. And
Yeah.
that was the best purchase I've
Yeah.
ever made, hands down.
Nice.
All right,
Well,
that's
it's
my,
good that you turned yourself around. And look at you
yeah,
now. Nice
yeah.
and fit and helping other people.
And and that's why, like, I don't think any of you watching, I know, I hope all of you want to do it yourself. You know, become the best version of yourself, because you can. I mean, this MS can make you the best version of yourself. Not because the MS itself makes you become the best version, because you make yourself the best person just to fight
Turns the
MS.
life around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
We
think,
had Hilda join, and Hilda just asked a question. She says she cannot get niacin 100 milligrams in Toronto. Can I just have B3 instead?
yeah, B3 is nice, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same
Just
stuff.
don't take time release. If it comes to
Don't
time
take
release,
no,
say no.
don't take time release,
Yeah.
but because B3 is nice, and is the name is interchangeable.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think there's any, unless you can find a supplement or something out there that's a B3 that says it's 100 milligrams, then that's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, Caroline just responded because she's up near Montreal, and she says to Hilda that she's able to order niacin 50 milligrams from iherb.com.
And
It's
that
a good
way,
option.
all you'd have to do is uh, take two pills instead of just one.
Yeah.
And that's actually probably better, because
Right.
you can really fine tune how much you take, and
Yeah.
you, like you did, you started very slow, just
Yep.
to kind of, and then I'm the exact opposite. I was just all like, let's go all in and
Yeah.
I flushed, and it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know, but I was like, I wanted to go in slow. I got the 50 milligrams, cut them in half, took 25 for a couple of days, then took the 50s, and then gradually doubled them up to
Yeah,
100, and then
yeah.
now I'm on 500 milligram pills twice a day.
I still don't know why you do it twice a day.
Just, I don't like taking that super intense flush with 1,000 milligrams.
I
I've
love,
never taken 1,000 milligrams all at once.
but the thing is, you get used to it. Like for me,
Yeah.
I mean, some days I don't flush, and I'm taking 1,500
Yeah.
niacin, and I don't flush. So
Yeah.
I think your body gets used to it.
Yeah, I think
Not
I'm
all the
starting to get
time.
used to the 500 twice a day because I don't flush as much as I used to. So
Yeah,
maybe I'll start taking them together in the
yeah,
next week or so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe you should, or maybe you should take 1,500 like me.
I'm not the pro bodybuilder like you.
Come on, come on. You
You're out
you
there working with the niacin with your
you,
weightlifting
you
for
don't
hours a
you don't
day.
have to be a pro bodybuilder. I'm not a
Well,
pro bodybuilder, but
if you're
you
working
don't
out
have that.
hours a day, you are.
Uh, I do work out a lot, but
Yeah, you gotta.
even
You've told
even
us this.
but like today,
Yeah,
today I didn't work out.
yeah,
No workout. I
that's
took
okay.
my same amount of niacin, and I didn't
Yeah,
flush. So yeah.
okay. Well, I'll get there in my own time. There's no hurry. Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned on a chat the other day, somebody was saying they knew about niacin and they take it with primrose oil, and that's helped them tremendously. So I've never taken primrose, anything in a supplement. But you have, haven't you? Didn't you take primrose at one point? No?
No, I've never taken a.
Yeah. I don't know how they would work together to be more helpful. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting they said that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, and while we're paused, I'll say it again. I'm wearing my Steve Solves MS hoodie. I got this from Steve's little merchandise store, and it says Steve Solves MS on the arm. You see that right there. So you guys will have to check out his merchandise store because
Oh,
it's
ooh,
keeping me very, very warm in this Pacific Northwest cold, and
oh!
it's got a bit of ink.
I got a good question for you, Angela.
What?
Since you're live, and I
Yeah,
can I'll ask you, and anyone in the chat, just write it down in the
yeah.
chat. Uh, but what's one thing you wish more people understood about MS?
That you can look like you're doing fine, but you get this fatigue if you've done too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you've pushed
yeah,
yourself too much and you just reach a point where it's like, no, I gotta sit down now.
yeah,
So, and I
yeah.
can't finish what I started maybe. So, yeah,
That's yeah. So that was such a big thing for me.
yeah.
Getting back to the
Just
whole
because
New
you're
York
better
City.
today doesn't mean you'll always be better.
Yeah,
You might
no.
overdo and just get a little bit tired easier.
I remember there were some
Mhm.
times where like I would be so fatigued, and then 15 minutes later, I was normal,
Yeah,
and then 15 minutes after that, I was fatigued again.
yeah,
It's like there, I was all over the map. I couldn't tell
yeah,
what I was gonna be. You know,
yeah,
half an hour from that moment. It was just like
yeah.
I woke up and I'm like, okay, I think I'm having a good day, but I don't
Right.
know. you
Yeah,
know. And then, sure enough, I was never able to go 100% all day long. I'd
yeah.
always have to take a nap. Always
Yeah,
take a
see, I
nap.
never had to take naps. My fatigue
Oh,
was never so bad I had to take naps. But I just know when I need to just sit down. Standing seems to be, there's a limit to how much and how long I can stand
yeah,
without
yeah,
doing anything. Like standing and cooking, just that standing without other movement seems to drain my energy a little faster.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember back when I used a walker to walk.
Mm-hmm.
I remember just standing up with the walker drained me more than just if I just being able to stand without assistance. Like
Right.
walking, like I remember when I first started walking, trying to walk but with on my own 2 feet,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and ditching the walker. I, I would have moments where I felt like I would have it wouldn't be as tiring with walking without the walker. The walker tired
Mm-hmm.
me out.
Yeah.
And
Was
that
it the
was
kind you
just
had to lift for every step, or?
yeah, it was a quad
Yeah.
walker.
See, I
Yeah,
had the rolling walker with brakes, so if I felt like I was going to fall forward, I could grip it and put the brakes on, and it gave me stability.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I had a Hemi walker, so just my left hand would use the walker
Yeah.
because my right hand is pretty useless when it comes to
Yeah.
the dexterity to hold on to the. I mean, I
Yeah.
could hold on, but it was easier be just to you
Do
cut
it quietly.
with Hemi Walker. Uh, you always. I'm trying to remember how I did it. I put the walker forward first, then
Mm-hmm.
I uh, held my right leg was straight, and then I would take a step with my left. So my
Mm-hmm.
the left foot would be in between the walker and the right leg, and that's
Yeah.
how I walk. So that
Yeah.
was, but it was tiring. You know, it was tiring.
Yeah. Yeah. It was in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So.
But I kept watching your videos, and I got rid of my walker.
You know, the one thing is, and this is so
Yeah.
my big problem now is that I wish I had taken more photos and videos when in the
Right.
younger. Because now,
Yeah.
like I have to in my videos now I'm making, I have to reference like back in 2004 I was diagnosed. I wish there would be at least not videos maybe, but photos or anything.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I didn't take any of that.
Yeah.
And that's my big regret now because I would have loved to show all of you like
Well, you're not
how
thinking of that in the beginning of your diagnosis. You're
no
struggling
no
to
exactly
wake
but
up and function, get yourself to a bathroom when you need it.
exactly
And you're
but
not thinking, oh, I should preserve these moments for posterity to
oh
use in a
yeah,
video in the future because I am going to get better because you're not thinking that you're going to get better
exactly
100%.
so it's
You're
like
like, I don't want
hindsight.
video evidence of this nightmare I'm going through. Yeah.
Exactly,
That's how I
exactly.
felt. So there's hardly any pictures or, I mean, I did one video for you where you couldn't see my face and I sent it to you. And that shows
Yeah,
me leaving my walker on one side of my big kitchen and walking to the other side. And I sent
yeah,
that video to you.
yeah,
So,
yeah. But now, I mean, every so often you'll get up and go to
mm,
the bathroom or something, or
yeah.
something. You have to get up, and you look like you're doing fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. In my
So
house on this one level, I can walk from one end to the other. And it's a big house, so it's quite a walk. So,
yeah,
yeah. And stairs are still a struggle for me.
yeah.
So I'll make it to the stairs, but I don't walk like I used to walk upstairs. I used to be able to just practically run upstairs. Not anymore. I have to hold on to the grab bars and slowly take each step. So, but I can do it.
Okay. PM TW2XR. Yes,
Yeah.
my optician said that my MS could also be diabetes. Should I
Yeah.
get tested for that as well? Um,
Yeah.
I'm
Ask your
not.
primary care doctor.
Yeah, I'm not a. I don't
Hmm.
know anything about diabetes, uh,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't know
But
you could be diagnosed with diabetes from an optician.
well,
And
the
I didn't know you
optician,
could for MS,
the
but you can.
the optician can see. They're
Your
looking
optic
down
nerve.
your optic nerve, and
Right.
they can see, you know, that's one thing. A lot of people get
Hmm.
not diagnosed, but they say, yeah, you should go see a neurologist. And that's how
Yeah.
they start the process of being diagnosed because they don't necessarily have symptoms. They just have the
Yeah.
optic, on the optic nerves.
Yeah.
Um,
I know
but
8 years before my diagnosis, I did see an optician when I first moved to this area. And he sent me a letter saying, I think you might have MS and you need to go get an MRI and all this stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. And I, of course, researched all what are the symptoms of MS, and I didn't have a single one. I was like, this guy's crazy. What kind of person or what kind of optician can look in your eye and tell you you've got MS? I didn't think it was true. So I didn't
yeah,
pay attention to it. I didn't investigate it. And it took 8 years till I actually had a symptom.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I've definitely had MS longer. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't. I kind of don't want to tell you this because I'm making. I'm finishing up this video I'm working on right now. Then I'm gonna
yeah,
start a new series of
yeah,
videos. It's gonna be like a 6 video series,
yeah.
and so but part of it I'm gonna be talking about like thinking about like when did I when did I first get my first symptoms, like, and like when you think it started. Well, I remember my first
Mm,
neurologist, Dr. Hussar. He said when we were viewing my first MRI, I
mm,
gone to the radiology place, got the MRI done, scared to death when I did. I was like, that's crazy. But
yeah.
I took the scans, those sheets of that film, and took it back to him, and he looked at it for a week, and then I came back in, and
Mm,
he looked and he said, "Yeah, I think you probably have MS."
yeah.
And he said, "But the thing about it is that some of your sclerosis look like they're a decade old."
Wow.
Well, okay, that would I was 23 at the time, and so that would make me 13 when that sclerosis formed,
Wow. Yeah.
and 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 that's why I'm making this whole video about like how all of our sclerosis, they happen sometimes, like me, a decade earlier,
Yeah.
and there was no sign of that. But he said,
Yeah. It's
but
silent damage that you don't even know is happening to you.
I'm finding that period between, I don't know about women, but for men, that age between about 12 to 15, that's a
Mm,
very sensitive time where your central nervous system is developing along with the
right.
hormones that
Yeah.
are produced and
Good
stuff.
old puberty. Yeah.
Good old puberty,
Mm,
and that could be. Um, I was speculating on like that. That is just shocking to me that it all started back when I was in what 12,
middle
12 years
school.
old. That was maybe what, like eighth grade or something.
Yeah. Middle
Yeah.
school.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty crazy.
Yeah. You don't realize your own body is eating the lining of your nerves
Yeah,
in your brain and your spine, possibly.
in eighth grade, I had no clue about any of that,
You can't
and
feel the demyelination happening
no, you don't.
until it chews through and you lose an ability.
And Angela, to be quite honestly, at
Yeah,
22, or not even 22, the day before I got my first symptom, I didn't know what was going on.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden you feel like it just hits you out of the blue. But no,
yeah,
this thing had been building up for
yeah,
years.
yeah. Oh,
Unfortunately,
I'll never forget sitting there at my dad's little birthday party, and I was getting ready to eat a spoon of ice cream, and I picked it up, and the spoon just fell right out of my hand, and I looked over to my dad. I said, "Well, that was weird." And then I tried to pick it up again, and it fell out of my hand. I said, "That was extra weird." And I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna have any ice cream now. I just lost the mood." So it was very strange that I couldn't
yeah,
even hold anything with my hand all of a sudden.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy. But it took a while to get because I'm left-handed. I lost my ability to write, and I had to really work on writing again. It took about a year to be able to write like I wasn't an absolute drunk freak. So,
You
but
know, honestly, I still
yeah,
run like a drug freak.
yeah. No, my writing's better, but it's I can tell if I write a lot, I get like hand fatigue easier than I ever did.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and then my writing suffers, and it's like it looks good in the beginning now, and then it just trails back into drunk person handwriting.
yeah.
So, and I don't drink,
I
so never
always look
have.
drunk. I always look
Yeah,
like a drunk person.
yeah. No, my always had nice handwriting, and boy, MS took that away for sure. And then I couldn't, I was used to typing over 100 words a minute, and then that came crashing down. Couldn't type as fast. I was making lots of mistakes on the keyboard because my left hand was half dead. So it took a while to get my abilities back as far as
Yeah,
written communication or typing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
crazy.
luckily, I'm left-handed too, and
Mm,
luckily, MS didn't affect my left hand. My right hand, that my whole right side, that's what went numb for like a year.
yeah,
I had
probably because
no
you
feeling.
have your paresthesia.
Hemiparesis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hemiparesis. Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
Maybe that's why MS targeted your left side because it was already weaker.
No,
I mean,
my
your
right
right
side.
side. Your
Yeah,
right side. Yeah.
probably. That's probably
It
the
went for the
case.
weaker side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah,
Now, were you
so,
left-handed before you got MS?
hemiparesis. I've
Always?
always been left-handed. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
from the moment I think I was, what age do babies start crawling?
Right before they're one. Yeah.
But
But
so
you can
right around,
crawl as early as 6 months.
okay, well, right around that time then, my parents noticed that I was trying crawling, but
Hmm.
so I put my left hand down, but
Yeah.
my right hand I would place
Use
my
your
elbow
elbow.
down,
Yeah.
so it was a so yeah, it was weird. It was I wouldn't use my right hand.
Right hand.
So that was the first sign that something was weird. And
Yeah.
so they took me to, uh, I don't know who does that. I think maybe the doctor or something. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
diagnosed with hemiparesis. So,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, when I was young, that was a big thing. Like, do I have hemiparesis or do I have cerebral palsy? Well,
Yeah.
cerebral palsy has to do with your it affects more of your like reasoning and like thinking and like
Yeah.
memory and stuff like that and your talking and stuff. I didn't have any of that, but it was all focused just on my physical
Right.
thing. So they're like, yeah, that's hemiparesis.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, so that's my beautiful history.
Yeah. Well, they've been chatting a little bit while we've been talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good information they're sharing amongst themselves. And yeah, I was going to stand up a little to show Caroline the rest of the hoodie because it does have a front pocket. So you do get the front pocket on here where you can keep your hands warm. And like I said, it's the Steve Solves MS hoodie that he designed. And I bought it from his little store, Steve Solves MS on the arm. So yeah, it's a good hoodie. I like it. It's very
Yeah.
warm. And when it gets colder here, I'll wear it more often. So yeah, there we go. Let's see what else. Yeah, Glenn
Caroline
was saying that
Caroline
they
said
were
it
doing the
best.
sugary vapes that were impacting their optic nerve 2 years ago. I didn't even know a vape could be sugary because I've never smoked in my life.
I I I hate to say it, but I so poignant to the whole subject of like
Yeah,
triggers for MS. I don't know.
yeah,
I was a chain smoker when I was diagnosed with MS. So
yeah,
again, completely the complete opposite of who I am now. You
yeah,
know, but yeah, it was just I could not fathom ever touching a cigarette ever again. and I think at one moment someone actually emailed me and said, have you tried vaping? It's better than smoking. You don't have anything. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna even get close to that.
No. But
It's
don't
not
they
gonna
now
happen.
say that vaping causes popcorn lung and it can actually be
Yeah,
really horrible for your lungs?
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you do remember when vaping first started? They said,
Oh
"Oh
yeah,
yeah,
people would be in their car and this huge cloud would come out their window where they blew a ton of
exactly." But
smoke or
they said,
whatever
"Oh,
vapor.
it doesn't have any of the chemicals that are in cigarette smoke, and
Yeah.
it's the clean version of nicotine." And it's like, yeah,
So we find out it isn't. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would steer clear of all of that.
Yeah. I don't see very many people using it. Of course, I do see vape shops opening up. We've had
Yeah,
probably two more open up in town. So I guess people are doing it, but they're just, I don't see people out blowing those big clouds of smoke or vapor like they did in the beginning when vaping started.
yeah. Sienna, yeah, you bring up metformin. I
Yeah.
investigate metformin, and I I don't know. The
Yeah.
jury's out because I mean that was in studies, and
Yeah.
those weren't actual human beings they studied. They were studying in like mice.
Right.
So I don't know if metformin it would remyelinate like we all
Yeah.
hope
I
it
was
would.
actually on metformin before I had my son because my fertility specialist told me that, we could either do shots, and I said, I don't want anything to do with the needle. So I said, if you have something pill form that could help me, then do that. So she put me on metformin, and sure enough, like 7 months later, I got pregnant with my son.
Yeah,
So he was a
yeah.
metformin baby, basically.
The
Because
metformin
without
baby.
metformin, I would not have been able to conceive him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but obviously metformin didn't do a good job in remyelinating.
I don't know, because I don't know if I had MS back then. Maybe I did.
Well,
Yeah,
getting back to what I said about like for me, it was like a decade before.
right. Yeah,
You
yeah. Because
could.
when I was in my late 20s, I had an event where I woke up and my eye was blind. And then the first neurologist I saw, when I told him that, he said that could have been your sentinel event of your first indication you might have MS.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
would have been when I was about 27.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's possible.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Oh
I don't know
well,
if metformin will help us remyelinate, but if you have fertility issues and you're a woman, it can help you conceive a baby because it'll get your body correct. So, yeah. Sienna says they gave it to her for off-label for MS, but she doesn't take it. Yeah. And my husband, he's type 2 diabetes, and he's just now coming off of his metformin because he's been able to get his A1C levels down to proper numbers for a while. So they finally told him he could stop taking his metformin. And he's got they sent him 3 months supply at a time. He's like, I've got a lot of metformin now that I'm not going to use. I was like, well, don't throw it away, because then I heard they were having rumblings of saying it'll help remyelinate. I said, so hold on to it, and I'll see if they ever advise us to start taking it. So,
I'm looking up back up in the chat. Chicalago
mhm,
says she wished people would stop trying to understand. After all,
yeah,
I'm still alive. Maybe
right.
me and help if I ask.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so true.
amazing how fast people stop talking to you.
Yeah,
My phone used to ring all the time because I'm in real estate. Nobody
yeah,
calls anymore.
yeah,
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 other agents, that type
yeah.
of thing.
People dropped off very quickly, and
Yep,
and
true.
I remember those years where everyone,
Yeah.
oh, I feel sorry for you, and I understand, I'm with you,
Mhm.
and I at the time I was like, that's exactly the what I don't want to hear. I don't want to
Right.
hear that you understand. You don't
No,
understand anything,
you have no clue.
and that's
Unless
why
you've had MS, you don't have a
and
clue.
that's why when people have a disease of any kind, not MS or anything, I
Yeah.
never say I understand
No,
because
because you can't.
I don't understand. You know,
No.
like
You
someone
have
has
empathy, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
someone has cancer. I don't understand, but
No, but
I
you
do.
have empathy
I
for
have
them.
empathy and I feel for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely understand Chicalago. It definitely people they say that, but they don't. Yeah,
They don't know what else to say, and they've
yeah,
not thought about it.
yeah,
So they revert
exactly,
to what they would just easily say.
exactly,
Yeah. They're
exactly.
not thinking too far into it to say
Yeah,
the right thing.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well, it's 1 o'clock or
Is
past one
it?
o'clock. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 12:05 our time.
yeah. So
Yeah. Well, like
well,
I was saying at the beginning, for those of you that came in late, if you can go and hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to Steve's channel, you'll help
yeah.
his algorithm
One
and
big
help us
thing,
reach more people.
one big thing, and
Yeah.
more than the likes and the subscribe, because I have tons of subscribers. What I'm looking for right now is watch time. I
Yeah.
am so close. I'm like at 3,900 odd amount of watch hours, and at
Yeah.
4,000, I am able to monetize my channel.
Yeah.
So I gotta get past that. So if you really want to help me out, you'd watch all my videos all the way through.
All the way through.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Just set up an
you
iPad and let it run through.
well
Even if you've seen it before,
the thing
set it
is
up for a
that
second showing.
the thing is YouTube's too they're smarter than that. If you've already watched the video, they won't count
Yeah.
it again. But
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
they gotta dig deep into your archives and go
yeah,
watch more
if you see a
videos.
video you've never seen before, watch it the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
So
I'm good. I've watched every single one of your videos for the past
yeah,
4 years.
yeah,
And I watched all of them, all that you had at the time.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
It was great seeing everyone in the chat, and
Yeah. Thanks for being
until
here today.
the next one.
Yeah.
And I got video coming out tomorrow morning, so be on
Awesome.
the
I was in the
lookout.
last video. I appreciate you giving me a little shout out in that last video.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
nice. Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was nice.
Well, honestly, Angela, when you it was just you, me, and Todd in that
Yeah.
chat, and you told us
Yeah.
the story about Dyson and you flushing. I mean, yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of joked during the chat, but it
Yeah.
got me thinking. And really, like as I said, it
Yeah.
changed my whole trajectory of
Yeah, and then
MS.
I found that PubMed document and I sent it right to you because I know
Yeah.
you eat PubMed documents for breakfast.
Oh, for
You
breakfast,
devour
yes.
PubMed documents.
Well,
Yep.
I don't eat them later in the day. You know
Yeah.
me. I have a very strict eating window.
Uh-huh. But you will visually and mentally consume a PubMed document right away.
Exactly.
And you did. And then you came back, hey, this will help us remyelinate. It clears away the debris. It's like,
Yeah,
really? All
exactly.
right.
But the thing is that I mean, it was a journey. I mean,
Yeah.
when I flushed that first time I went to the ER, I was in the ER and I was thinking, what did
What have
Angela
I
give me?
done?
What have I done? Angela even warned me about
Uh-huh.
this flush, and
Yeah.
then I went home and I was like, but something's that has to be
Yeah.
something just doesn't fit. So I looked at it and it made sense. I'm like, oh, okay, so flush isn't bad. Flush is
Yeah.
not bad at all. It's actually good.
And
So
DC just said bye, everyone.
bye,
Bye,
DC.
DC.
See ya on
Well, on that
Wednesday.
note, yeah, we'll see you Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Enjoy the rest of your
everyone,
weekend, everybody.
bye,
Thanks for
guys.
being here. We'll see you next